Now, why in the world do so many of you guys have literal Airbus A320 cockpits at home? Yes, everybody. Merry late Christmas. It's the 27th, but today we're gonna ignite a annual series, Aviation Christmas Gifts. Yes, I didn't receive any, so it's time to look at yours. I asked you guys on my Instagram to send me stuff like this. This guy has an Airbus A320 cockpit casually at home. Mr. Paris Brito. Also an AMD RX 9070. I don't really know about graphics card, but what I do know a lot about is Airbus cockpits like this. This is some sort of like a Scalarchy kind of thing, you know, the big company. What I'm wondering about is, where in the world is your throttle? Is it that one? Also, that is a Boeing FMC, and this one is an Airbus one? I'm not necessarily sure. This is still very insane. Especially look at the flaps handle down there. Insanity. Oh look, this is a Rosefire overhead panel. I have this one as well. But you built like a literal like arm right there to hold it on top. That's like a 7 out of 10, especially because of the Concorde. Probably deserves more. We need to like lower the standards now. Let's say 9 out of 10. General aviation, ladies and gentlemen. Please fix your cable management. What in the world is this? Oh, I think you're about to do that. Is these like cable management hoses down there, or is that cigarettes? I'm not able to tell. You know, this is like pretty cool. This is probably like a custom project made out of wood. Pretty nice. I can't really see over the dash. What I like is like the instruments right here, but I will say this is a SciTech yoke. 20-year-old. I don't think you should be getting that nowadays. I'm gonna be really honest. Get something better, like the Turtle Beach one or the Honeycomb one. The SciTech just doesn't do it anymore, I have to say. Let's say 6 out of 10. What in the world is wrong with your wall in the background? Oh, someone is out there pretty broke playing Flight Gear. This is like the free flight simulator that I definitely need to play again. I guess it runs well on your business laptop ThinkPad. Yeah, Thrustmaster joystick. This is like let's say 5 out of 10. I think you could get a lot worse. I think as the next upgrade, it's definitely like a new PC setup, because that makes a bit of a difference. Like that is a monitor from school. I think none of you guys deserve to be bullied by me as much as you do. Now this right here is a, let's say 6 out of 10 as well. I mean, the headset stand, which is a literal head, is pretty interesting. The fan is also there to keep you warm, or maybe to simulate air conditioning of an airplane. What I think can be upgraded is definitely the joystick. This is the T-Flight Hotas ones, the cheaper one, which works fine. But what I don't really like is like this cable here that literally crosses you. Isn't that kind of weird? A bit janky. Maybe upgrade to the Airbus from Thrustmaster setup. I mean, you have got the Airbus panel right there as well, the MCDU. Train spotting DENL. He got a motorbike from Piaggio. They make planes as well, the Piaggio Avanti, same company, Italians. Okay, this guy said setup Christmas. It must be a bad setup. Let's take a whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard another one of those crazy Airbus setups. And this is actually done pretty well. We've got, it's a little bit botched, a bit of a project like this. We've got one of those overhead panels again, which works fine. You've got some little monitors down here. You can see that by literally Windows taskbar being still there, but that is pretty cool. The MCDU is nice as well. The radio panel is all right. It is the SciTech one, but I guess the next upgrade would be like a new throttle system or something. Maybe something by Winwing. Something like this. But other than that, pretty cool. Maybe I would add another eCam because this is an empty display. Also, you don't have any standby instruments, but this is the good thing is this is now a fully usable cockpit sim, right? So you don't have to like interact with the cockpit at all in the flight sim using your mouse, and that is extremely cool. Definitely like a 8 out of 10. Someone got some airplane models. Hey, there's more to aviation than just flight sim. By the way, now that I think about it, I did get an aviation related gift, and it's this. My uncle brought this from a Singaporean market. It is a tag that you put in your jacket. It's from the Qantas Junior Club. This was probably back when they flew like 707s. This looks really old. But since this is Qantas, I need to place it like this, upside down. Otherwise, it's not valid. Did you put a little piece of butter on your MacBook? Once again, I don't know. I mean, the SciTech yokes are still being sold, and I don't really get it. These are kind of wonky. Let's say 4.5 out of 10. Well, this is a small world. Qantas. This right here is one of those A380 packs that they gave pilots back when they introduced it. Didn't age very well. All right, this is your flight sim setup. Very Qantas. Are you sponsored by any chance? No, this is good. You've got the wing throttle, as well as like the MCDU, as well as like the ECAM, as well as the thing there. Definitely like a 6.5 out of 10. Wow, even a yoke. You placed everything you got on that picture. Very nice. Maybe fix your damn LED stripe. What in the world is that? Okay, someone right here has a huge crane from Lego, and what I really like is the propeller. I want a propeller like this one day. You've got lots of aviation pictures and a honeycomb yoke and an autopilot panel by SayTech, the old ones. This is definitely a doable flight sim setup. I think next should be like an MCDU to programmate the FMC. That would be great. Some more plane models by Gemini. I think they're the best ones. I'm not really good at them, but that's great. Someone got this for Christmas right here, and they're still working on it. I think you should definitely place that Boeing yoke there. Yeah, this is like one of those Airbus A320 cockpits. Also by Scalarkey. That's, by the way, that's like a $3,500 system. Yeah, little minute flex right here. Look at that beautiful landing gear lever. At least the wing cockpit here, that's okay. I think you still need a screen though, otherwise you're just looking at a wall. But other than that, this is not done. Maybe like a 7 out of 10. Okay, someone used a proper potato to take these pictures, but we see some pretty cool hardware right here. What I don't like is the SayTech. The SayTech belongs to Hell, as well as the cable management. But you've got some pretty cool FMC right here, and what I really like is the GNS panel. This is great for like little Cessna flying and stuff like that. This is also some sort of control panel, which looks a little bit like my audio processor, but not bad. I think it's got the 5 out of 10 so far. Please get rid of the yoke! Now look at this. Another X-plane setup right there. We've got a hanging skeleton and a joystick that I've never seen in real life before. It looks a little bit very spacey, like a bit, you know what I mean? Like a little bit sci-fi. I don't know if it's good. Maybe it is. Looks a bit plasticky. Let's say 5 out of 10. For Cessna flying, I actually would recommend like the little SayTech the things, you know, that would be great. All right, we've got a Hanukkah present right here. Wow, we've got some, wow.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like.
This is quite a proper trainer right here in a specialized room with carpeting. This looks like a little bit of a, like, I don't know what we're flying, a diamond? Or I have no idea. This is the G1000 panel, which is really cool. I mean, this is literally the whole aircraft with a honeycomb yoke. Totally fun. Let's say this is like an 8 out of 10 as well. Let's say 9. It's pretty amazing. 9 out of 10. Jesus Christ.
550 on the 5 sticky.
Now here we've got one from Malawi, which is in Southern Africa, right next to Zambia and Mozambique. Okay, that's what that looks like. Also a Thrustmaster yoke. Not bad at all for flying Boeing. This is, oh my god, I have to like, okay. Not a bad look. Maybe the 4x3 monitor is a little bit outdated, but you've got a good, you know, PS5 right there. So that will run the Microsoft Flight Sim 24 just fine. You've got your stand with your charts. That's like a 5 out of 10. It's a lot of suitcases. All right, and someone has, how does that work? That's infinite flight? Or air, why would you have infinite flight? And he mirrors the iPad to the P, but why do you have the Thrustmaster doesn't work with a bit of a confusing setup there. Let's say 4 out of 10. Because I mean, this doesn't even, we wouldn't even be able to connect these. Wow, look at that. A 737 throttle. That's actually so crazy to see. I think this is like a, yeah, this is brand new, not even like unboxed here. Please peel off the sticker. Please do that as soon as possible. This FMC is not a good place to be in right now. Wow, look at that. I want one of those. Come on, especially the trim wheel up. That seems so cool. All right, someone from Italy got a F-16 home cockpit, and this is what I find really cool when people use actual wood to build stuff themselves next to a baby crate. I mean, look, yeah, it's starting to paint it as well to make it military color. Really cute. You've got your Thrustmaster. This is, of course, still in the works, but I see the potential there, sir. Maybe you need some radar screens, though. No, but I think that could be an 8 out of 10. Eventually. We've got someone who uses a usual Android camera right there with a full-on SayTech yoke setup. You already know what I think about these yokes. I think the grainy picture makes this work. Look at the aviation themed here. Look, we've got a plane here, we've got an ERJ there, like a calendar, we've got a model. You know what? All in all, maybe like a 6 out of 10. You can print out your flight plan briefing. Get rid of the yolk, and then you're good. Now, what in the flight sim controls? That's a cookie, by the way. That's a cookie, and that's an iPhone 5. But what in the flight sim control goes on here? This guy is running this whole thing on the MacBook, by the way, and somehow this is an autopilot panel. This is like a band rack or something in a flight case, but this is actually an autopilot panel. I can tell. This is that's extremely cool. But what in the world is this? Like 50,000 years old? That's amazing. Yeah, got 3 iPads right here from several. We've got a whole Apple store from 10 years ago flying around here. Not too shabby. I think just because of this, which is actual flight sim controls, that's like a 7 out of 10. And oh my god, what do you have? This is like so crazy. You decided to equip the shittiest chair in the world. I mean, look at it with proper helicopter controls. Look at this. And then you decided to run it on a MacBook. Great. No, I like this. I like that. These are very interesting products. Like a 7 out of 10 at least. We've got one of the most beautiful PCs right here, and then you decide to use the shittiest 1080p monitors. Great, but you've got the Boeing control. That's not bad at all. That works totally fine. 6, 7 out of 10. Something like that. Someone got an SPL for Christmas. I think there's worse thing than a literal pilot's license for Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I wish you guys a great start to the new year, of course, but this won't be the last video of the year. And you remember, it's not about the setup, it's about the pilot. You know, after all, we're all gamers. So thank you guys so much for watching this, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters. Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, that dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Finder, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.